What is the SPIN model? SPIN is the model used as a guide to become a better seller. As it turns out, the most successful seller is the one who lets the buyer do most of the talking. But how do you do that? The SPIN model is a series of types of questions that encourage the buyer to explain to themselves why they need the product being sold to them. There are 4 types of questions: situation, problem, implication, and need payoff. When it comes to a sales call, there are 4 stages: opening, investigating, demonstrating capability, and lastly, obtaining commitment.
Situation. These generally benefit the seller, but they should be asked economically, and the seller should always do their homework before making a sales call. These are used to get a feel for where the buyer is currently.
How long have you been a dog owner?
Well, I've had a dog my whole life. I grew up with dogs with my parents, but I've owned my first dog for about 3.5 months now.
Okay. What kind of dog do you have?
He is a French bulldog.
Do you have any other pets?
Nope, just the dog.
Has your dog been trained?
Well, he sits sometimes, but he doesn't like to go outside. We're having a very hard time training him to go outside.
What are the most important qualities any dog owner should possess?
Compassion, ability to show dominance over the dog, patience, and love.
How long have you lived at your current residence?
About 18 months.
How much time do you spend at home with your dog?
Usually about 2-ish hours in the morning, and then it's usually about 5 hours at night before I go to bed.
How many people would be participating in training your dog?
It depends. Sometimes I have a friend who will come over during the day and let the dog out, and then sometimes my boyfriend will come over and let the dog out. So I'd say it's probably about 3 people, maybe 4. Depends.
Okay.
He's got a lot of friends.
Problem. These questions are about the problems, difficulties, and dissatisfactions that the buyer is experiencing. The trick is not only bringing out the buyer's implied needs, but changing the implied needs to explicit needs, meaning changing their dissatisfaction into intention to change.
Is there anything inconvenient about the layout of your residence to make it hard to train your dog?
Not really. It's kind of small, so it should be easy for him to get around.
Are you satisfied with your dog's current behavior?
Yeah, he's pretty friendly and sociable with other people, which I think is important and nice. Other than going outside, he goes inside, which is a pain, so that's really the only problem we have.
So do you think there's anything you can improve about your dog's current behavior?
Just not going to the bathroom inside and going outside instead.
Has the lack of training caused more problems in your house?
Yes, coming back to messes all the time, and then I can tell the dog feels bad, and I don't want to punish him, but then again I want to train him, so yeah.
Implication. These ask about the consequences, effects, or implications of their current problems. These are used to help the buyer see how serious their problems really are. Basically, implication questions are meant to make the buyer start to fear what could happen if they don't address their current problem.
What effect has the lack of training had on your life at home with your dog?
Well, he feels bad that he goes outside, and I'm mad that he goes inside, and I'm mad that he goes inside, so it kind of hurts our relationship a bit when he feels bad and I get frustrated. I have to spend time cleaning up after him.
How has that affected your stress levels?
Well, when I come home from work, I just want to relax, make dinner, eat, and just kind of hang out, but then I have to deal with cleaning the dog, and then the dog feels bad, and he doesn't want to hang out with me. He'll go sit in his bed by himself, so.
So does this leave you extremely frustrated?
Yes, because it impacts our relationship.
So it does impact your relationship? Yes. What effect does this have how your dog acts around you?
He feels really bad, and after he goes and he realizes I've seen it, he will avoid me and he'll hide in random places like the closet and under his desk.
Need payoff. These questions ask about the value, importance, or usefulness of the solution. When asking these, a seller should probe for explicit needs and get the buyer to tell the seller the benefits of the solution. These questions make the buyer desire a solution.
Is it important to get your dog trained?
Yes, because it will improve the cleanliness of my house and our relationship. and reduce my stress level.
What would be useful about having your dog trained?
It would take less time because you just let him out and he comes back in. Don't have to spend the time cleaning up, yelling at him.
By using the dog bell, what ways will this improve your life and improve the relationship with your dog?
He would learn to go outside. He'd have a way to communicate with me that he needs to go outside rather than him not having a way to tell me, not really knowing how to tell me when he needs to go outside.
What other ways can the dog bell improve your life?
Just we'd be happier with each other because there'd be no tension between us when he does things that he knows makes me upset.
By using our product, which will only cost $15 per bell, will this end up saving you more money in the long run?
Ooh, I believe so. I've heard trainers costing up to $50, $100, over $100, so it sounds like it would save money.
Opening. This is simply beginning the conversation, including introductions and what the purpose of the meeting and call is about. Katie, in our scenario, is the seller and introduced herself as one, and Kate is our buyer. A good opening should establish a buyer-centered purpose. Investigating. This is the most important stage. This is the stage where the spin questions are used to help uncover and develop the buyer's problems. In our scenario, Katie began to ask questions about how Kate's situation may be affecting her relationship with her pet as well as her stress levels. The third stage is demonstrating capability. This is the stage when the seller demonstrates that they have a solution that can help solve the buyer's problems. Need payoff questions are used during this stage to help the buyer identify the benefits and the value of the solution offered. In our scenario, Katie asked questions that made Kate begin to think for herself in terms of benefits she could receive from our product. Katie is convincing our buyer to purchase the dog bell. This is a conditioning method of training. The dog bell consists of an adjustable ribbon with a bell. The ribbon is placed around the doorknob, and the dog owner rings the bell every time the dog is let out until the dog rings the bell on its own. Once your dog rings the bell on its own, it has a form of communication with the owner to let the owner know it needs to go outside. Our buyer realizes the benefits she can receive through our product that will aid her in becoming a better dog owner. She will be saving time and money. Obtaining commitment is our last stage. This is the stage when the seller obtains the commitment, but she wants to be sure it is the right commitment. It must be an action that is moving the buyer closer to the sale. So in our scenario, Katie closed the sale by offering that Kate can instantly buy and start to use the product at a discount.
Well, good news. I have the bells with me today, and we actually have a sale going on where you can get 2 bells for $25. Would you be interested in making a commitment with me today?
Actually, $2 would be perfect to do the front door and the back door, so yeah, definitely, it sounds like a great deal.
Exactly. All right, let me go get those for you.
Thank you very much.